All of us, a friendly reminder from Beats Magazine. Today, I want to teach us or remind us to always ascribe positive interpretations to the events that happen in our lives. Now, why is this necessary? In life, we all desire to become better than who we were yesterday. We all desire to achieve success, to achieve great goals, to achieve great visions. But this vision doesn't just fall into our lap. It goes through a process, and sometimes this process could be very tough for some of us. So one key lesson that we need to learn as leaders is how to ascribe positive interpretations to the events that happen in our lives. How do I mean? Now, let's take for instance, you're scared. Something is going on in your life, or maybe you're just naturally scared of maybe the dark. You're walking in the night and you see somebody coming up in the opposite direction. Now, you're very scared. You've seen this person. Maybe he's even a face you know, he's your friend, or he's something, or he's somebody you know very well. And when a person gets close to you, the person just says, hey. You find out that your mind will even skip to planet Jupiter first before it comes back. Now, but let's rephrase this scenario. You're walking even in the middle of the night, you're not scared of anything, and while walking you didn't even know somebody was hidden in one corner, and while you are walking the person just says, hey. The next thing you turn, you want to stone a punch. Now it's the same event, but there are two different interpretations. One interpretation enabled you to face the event, and the other interpretation made you to run away. Now, in life, we go through a lot of challenges. We go through a lot of stress. We go through a lot of problems. And one key principle we must use if we must be successful as leaders is to interpret those events positively. Now, this is necessary because life is the greatest teacher. In fact, sometimes I say that life is a school with unending lessons where we learn with each and every experience and people we meet. And each person we meet and each experience we have plays a role in determining who we become. Now, but the good thing about life is that life teaches each of us in the language that we understand. If you understand life a certain way, life will teach you through that way. What do I mean? Some of us are able to learn things just by mere seeing other people do it. Some of us are better learners by reading books. Some of us are better learners when somebody teaches us the process. But some of us are better learners when we go through the process. Now, life understands that some of us can never be taught through books or teaching or something. Hence, we have to go through the experience. But for us to go through that experience successfully, we have to understand that this experience is necessary for us to grow. They didn't come to kill us. So therefore, you have to ascribe a positive interpretation to the experience, because behind every experience is a lesson. A lesson that is meant for you to understand certain things about life, or certain things about yourself, or certain things about where you are going in life. So, every experience is a teacher. And you, the learner, will gain more when you see it from a positive light. It's just like when we were in primary school. We all knew that if you hate your teacher, you won't learn anything from him. It's a principle of learning. But if you like your teacher, you will learn from him. So, ascribe positive meaning to the events that come to you. Even those events, you may be tempted to say, oh, why me? Why is my own different? Why is the world tumbling against me? Like Dan Seal said in one of his tracks, he said, sometimes the world acts as if it doesn't just care. But sometimes the world acts, or the world gives you everything you want. Now, I'm not putting it in the right way he did, but that's what it means. Now, if you look at yourself again, if you look at your life, if you look at those things you have done, you find out sometimes, even to those people you care for, you may have not been, or you may have not given them everything they wanted at times. So that's how the world is. So life is the greatest teacher, is the greatest teacher. And life will teach us in the language that we understand. But we have to be positive about life. In all circumstances, you have to be positive. When you are positive, you make a way where there seems to be no way. Let's not forget that the energy, or if you may call it God, Jehovah, Jesus, Buddha, cosmic consciousness, or whatever you choose to call it, the name doesn't matter. The important thing is that we are created in the image of that thing that created us. And we're empowered to speak out light to our situation, to create our environment, to recreate our environment from our inside. Now, what does that mean? When the things that are happening in your life is not what you want, you can simply change it. It starts by you thinking it. That's why we say, as a man thinks, so he becomes. But it doesn't just mean that when you think something, it will automatically fall into your lap. No, you have to go through the motion. You have to go through the process. You have to go through the stress involved in understanding that process so that you can be a master of that field and you can be super successful. So in life, we all desire success. Your success is inevitable. That's the truth about life. The fact that you're a human being, endowed with reason, endowed by those same qualities with which creation was fashioned, it also means that you can achieve success beyond your widest imagination. But you have to be positive. So make the decision to be positive. Make the decision to see the light in everything that happens to you. Sometimes you may even laugh at your own stupidity or failures or something. Laugh at yourself. You make a mistake, you laugh at yourself and feel the fun. But know that there's something beyond or underneath that event. And you'll learn some lessons from it. Life is a school. Life is a school. Yes. And we learn every day from birth to death. And as we're being taught from religious or philosophical teachings, is that what we do here matters after here. I've not gone there before, I don't know. But what it means is that we have to learn to become good, or we have to learn to interpret life. After all, we were placed in a garden. The original intention was a garden. Now, the good thing about a garden is that a garden is maintained via creativity. You have to be creative. And that's the creativity that comes to us as our visions, our dreams, and our goals in life. When you are creative, you can organize a garden. But if you're not creative, they put you in a garden, the garden turns into a forest. And creeping things will come there and, scare people away. And you don't want that. You want to maintain your garden in such a form that when someone comes there, he feels peace, he feels at ease, he feels relaxed, and he's energized and refreshed. Okay? So, yes, we're in a garden. Your visions, your dreams, your goals are okay, but please interpret your events from a positive light, because only then would you see the true meaning, the profound or the deep meaning that these events have come to teach you. Then you can learn, because the school of the past is a school we can never graduate from. Each time you revisit the past, you learn something new. So I believe in you. I believe in your vision. I believe in your goals. But you have to be positive. So be positive and let's transform the world, because the responsibility of transforming this world into a garden lies with us. That will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Every religion understands that there's a heaven, and every religion understands that there's an earth. So we are on earth. It's our responsibility. We can transform it. We can create a better world, whether by a garden patch or a redeemed social condition. We can make a better world. So believe in yourself. Believe that you can be positive. Practicalize the positivity, because it doesn't just come. You have to practice it, and with practice, with time, you grow in it. I believe in you. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any comments, you can leave it down on any of the platforms you're listening to this. I profoundly appreciate it. Thanks.